In January 2021, General Motors made a stunning announcement. It aspires to eliminate tailpipe emissions from new light-duty vehicles by 2035, meaning that GM intends to stop selling gas-burning cars. GM executives have made announcements over the past several years touting the carmaker's commitment to an all-electric future. Of course, rivals such as Tesla, the world's most valuable automaker by a long shot, sell nothing but electric cars. GM plans to introduce 30 EVs by 2025.
They can't just sit back and wait for the market to come. They are going to have to push the market forward, because if they don't do it, there are others who will.
GM executives emphasize the company's plan to be completely emission-free is a goal and not a guarantee. But even with the walkback, GM's plan has skeptics. Concerns linger among auto industry insiders that consumers are still skittish about buying EVs.
We really want to hear from those customers because we think we can address all of that skeptic.
Vehicle ranges are improving, but charging an EV still takes a lot longer than filling a gas tank, and many areas don't have a lot of charging stations, especially when compared with the number of gas stations. GM is not the only one that has made a big commitment to electric vehicles. But some other automakers are spreading their bets out among electric, hybrid, and even more efficient internal combustion engines.
They have committed to going all electric, not doing hybrids, not doing plug-in hybrids. It's a huge risk. It's very ambitious, and they do it especially in light of range, cost, and infrastructure issues.
GM is expected to spend $27 billion on electric and autonomous vehicles through 2025. The automaker has since increased that investment to $35 billion.
They dramatically reduced the number of engineers and resources they're putting into traditional powertrains and diverted that over to electric development, both battery development as well as motors and power electronics, and also the software that controls all of this.
The automaker is planning crossovers, cars, SUVs, and trucks from all 4 of its US brands. Details on several of them are sparse, but a few are expected soon. As of August 2021, the Chevrolet Bolt EV and Bolt EUV are the only pure EVs GM sells in the US. As of August 27th, GM was undergoing a $1.8 billion recall of all Chevrolet Bolt vehicles over a risk of battery fires. GM has confirmed several such fires have already occurred. Other EV makers have also had problems with battery fires. GM is expected to soon begin releasing some highly anticipated vehicles, including a sleek crossover from its high-end Cadillac brand, and an all-electric sport utility truck with a 6-figure price tag, bearing the resurrected Hummer brand name. Underpinning most of these new electric vehicles will be GM's Ultium battery cells, a newly designed battery made in partnership with LG Chem. GM has said it has been able to dramatically reduce battery costs while improving capacity, thus solving 2 of the biggest concerns around EV adoption. The 2 companies will produce the batteries through a $2.3 billion partnership. GM is also including plans for electric commercial vehicles.
It is going to be really important for GM to get themselves established in this market, to have a viable electric delivery van, cargo van that can be used for a range of different applications, and also to have the services to back that up.
GM's BrightDrop venture will include vehicles, equipment, and services for electric commercial fleets. FedEx is the project's first customer. General Motors leased the EV1 from 1996 to 1999, making it the first automaker to release a mass-produced electric car. Despite customer satisfaction, the company could not make the business case for EVs and ended up scrapping the project and crushing most of the cars. An April report from Bank of America Merrill Lynch forecast that by 2035, battery electric vehicles will make up about 31.6% of total light vehicle sales worldwide and about 28.5% in North America. Another report from Boston Consulting Group forecast that pure electric vehicles will comprise 45% of light vehicle sales worldwide by 2035. So this is the trouble with GM's all-electric aspiration, according to Jan Gabrielsen, an auto industry economist. GM had about 8.7% of the world automotive market in 2020. EVs are only expected to be somewhere from 31.6% to 45% of all light vehicle sales around the world in 2035. If it exclusively sells electric vehicles around the world, GM risks dramatically shrinking its total global market share, unless it grabs a massive share of total EV sales. And there is a lot of competition coming. GM's market share has shrunk since 2008 in the US, North America, and around the world. Part of this is due to the automaker paring back operations. It sold off its entire European business in 2017 and exited some other markets, such as India. GM's international retreat has left it heavily dependent on North America, especially the United States, and the Chinese market, where it has 10 partnerships with Chinese automakers. Even in the US, it has lost share, dropping from 22.1% in 2008 to 17.1% in 2020. Then there is the question of how many customers actually want EVs, to which the answer seems to so far be not that many. Battery electric vehicles comprised just 2% of new car sales in 2020.
One of the reasons we haven't seen more electric vehicles, there haven't been that many to buy. We certainly anticipate that sales will increase as more models come onto market.
China is a bright spot. Almost half the total number of EVs in the world